Hey, what's up, bro? I got the stream up about discussing about the infusion of Japanese culture into Western society.
Yo, bro. Yo, I'm gonna mute myself. I gotta go do something. I gotta go put my bird away.
Okay. Should I go ahead and add DJ Axel to the
And I gotta
call?
call. Oh yeah, all right. Are you on stream right now?
Yeah. You don't want to be involved in this or what, bro? Hey, what's up? What's up, bro? What's up?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey man,
Hey.
you
Um,
doing good?
Surfer said that you wanted to call in. I'm doing real good. I've got gout, and I have to take some painkillers and stuff about my foot, but other than that, it's okay.
That sounds good. Ah, yeah, the gym stream just started, man. So I'm gonna go watch that. See you
Okay.
later, okay?
Sure, bro. Well, I started this stream so that he could call in and talk about his thoughts about Japanese culture. Well, if he's not going to I'm going to change the subject of the stream then if he's not going to talk about Japan.
Oh well, all right, dude. Well, I thought you wanted to talk about something.
Uh, Drunken Surfer was saying that he
What's
wanted to
up?
call in. That's why I stopped my other stream so that he
Oh,
could call in.
well, I was gonna tell you to get DJ Axel to call in because that's what Drunken Surfer was saying. I don't really got anything to say unless you want to talk about something.
Um, you want to talk about communism for a little bit, and then we'll go into Japanese culture and its influence on Western societies lately, with especially with youth groups. Um,
Uh, well, I don't really know much about like. I'm not really learned on communism right now, bro. I need to catch up on that stuff.
okay, then can we just
It's just bad.
then we can just skip it for right now. Well, anyways,
You can tell me you can talk about Japanese history if you want. I don't know anything about that.
no, I'm not talking about Japanese history. I'm talking about the influence that Japanese had on Japanese manga and anime and video games and stuff has had on the West. Like, why is it so many young people are so into it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know anything about that kind of shit, really, man. I need to go get some water. I'll be right back, man.
Sure. I think it's kind of had largely a negative impact because interpretation of how sex and gender is very different from ours, and like they don't think of pornography as a bad thing at all. I think that's just the problem. I think it's generally been kind of more negative, more bad than good in general. But there was three waves about how Japan. There's been three different waves in how Japan has basically tried to challenge the West. The first time was during the 1810s to World War II, when they tried to directly have military confrontation with Westerners in Asia and the Pacific. and like the Japanese Empire started a war with America. They bombed Pearl Harbor, and they went directly into war with America and with other Western countries. But at the same time, Germany and Japan were allies. Japan and Germany were very close allies in the war. So Japan was willing.
Yeah, they were close in the military. They were close in military exchanges, but actually, in terms of actual ideology, the Japanese thought they were superior racially to the Germans, and vice versa.
Yeah, and likewise, the Germans thought the same. So they were basically friends in terms of their equal audaciousness, you could say, in terms that they were impressed with what both were doing to like Russia and to China, but at the same time that they would have went to war with each other, just as Italy and Germany would have went to war probably before any other country went to war with them, because they were so militaristic. So yeah, the Japanese military just basically took over parliament. They tried to fight directly with the United States in World War II. They tried to build up this large Japanese empire, and they also tried to funnel like a movement of independence and liberation for Asian countries from European imperialism. Well, Japan's first attempt to be equal to the West was the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, the puppet state of Manchukuo and stuff, and you see the results of that. Like Japan had its cities bombed, Japan was carpet bombed, and Hiroshima and Nagasaki the atomic bomb was dropped on those cities, and Japan surrendered. So the second attempt that Japan has, and America under Eisenhower, not Eisenhower, MacArthur made a completely new constitution, completely based on all the stuff that the American Constitution is made up of, and replaced the Meiji Constitution with that. Japan became fully democratic. Hey, what's up, Dart Ninja? Magic and you, bro. How's it going, bro? Forge gang! Let's go! Alright, so Japan tried to be like this great manufacturing powerhouse. They manufactured trucks and automobiles in the Arab countries or the oil states, and Japan almost ran out of gas and oil at that time. So their economy almost collapsed because of that. But in the 80s, their economy soared. Like, if you remember, like, the 1980s and the early 1990s, there was a lot of made-in-Japan stuff. Like, there was a lot of hardware, computers, and CDs, and vehicles, and a bunch of stuff that was being made in Japan. But then the Japanese economy crashed. And by the mid-90s, Japan's economy was going into a full slump. So that was the end of the second one. But there's a third wave, which is based on cultural export. This third wave is different from the first two in that it's completely based on cultural exportation, wherein the Japanese export their manga, their anime, and their video games, and they put in aspects of their culture into that, or they mix it up with Western values and stuff, and they influence young people into that. So yeah, that's basically it. So what are your thoughts about that?
It only challenged the West really two times. You had the 1900s, of course, where they beat Russia. World War II, they beat back Britain.
I want a good set.
States.
Hey, what's
and then
up?
You got Japan's economic growth.
Is this the Yu-Gi-Oh chat?
No, we're talking about the influence of Japanese culture on Western countries. DJ Axel wanted to call in and have a conversation, but he left and he went and did something else for some reason. I don't really understand him.
Scared. Mate, he's scared.
He thinks so.
I don't know what he's scared of. I don't know. Well, what happened to Yu-Gi-Oh? I thought we were doing that at this time slot. Or we're moving that.
We could do Yu-Gi-Oh right now. I hope it doesn't affect. But I wanted to have a discussion about the influence of anime.
American, so I can't say too much about the economic aspects of importing foreign cars. But I can say that most sort of pop culture or media culture in general, consumer media culture, has an overwhelmingly negative effect on Western societies. It gives people, video games, gives people a false sense of achievement. People get addicted to them, and people get addicted to these retarded anime shows full of homosexuals and trannies and stuff. It's all very gay, so I'm against it. But I can't really say what the economic effects of importing Japanese cars are. I would probably say it's probably negative, because then the people aren't buying American-made cars. So, but New Zealand doesn't make any cars, so that's my take on that. Well, anyways, I might actually go have a shower, so maybe we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh in an hour or so. Is that all right?
Yeah, that'll give us some time to continue our discussion or this panel, and then we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, no, have you? I literally just got home. I got home from stayed at my.
Yeah, you know that the Japanese will deny World War II crimes and stuff. In Japan, in their history books, they deny any sort of crimes ever committed by the Imperial Japanese Army. And you know how there's weeaboos? Well, have you ever heard of tojo-boos? These are foreigners or Western people that are tojo-boos that love anime and manga, but they also defend Japanese World War II crimes, and they're known as tojo-boos.
Yeah. Pretty much I think the same thing, because they do those war crimes. That's a proven fact.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just very weird, man. It's very bizarre.